do your best to limit your comments to approximately 3 minutes. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Council, Mayor. Congratulations to the new ones and the re-elected ones, to Jim and his new job. Tonight, this afternoon, I got a chance to sit down and watch that golf course committee meeting, which I didn't have a chance to tape because I didn't know about it till very shortly. And I was quite surprised at that meeting. I was down to the meeting when they decided to hire Springstead, which is a very reputable outfit, and I was kind of shocked to hear some of the comments about their procedure. So that made me raise my eyebrows about what's going on here and why are we raising questions on a committee that we hired to do a feasibility study, which I think is very important if you're going to run a business. We got to remember that this last golf course thing we were into, we built and said, and I was told by each mayor, and one apologized, the last one, that it would never cost us any money, the citizens. And we found out it cost $200,000. I'm going to repeat that again. They say we're going to have to bail out for $200,000 and another $300,000. And I cannot understand why anybody would question the feasibility study after we got into that kind of predicament. As far as the first tee thing, I think it's a very good program, but it's brand new also. I don't know why anybody has fears about getting into first tee or not getting into first tee or guidelines. And to build a second 9 holes, we better be very, very careful if we do it at all. I personally think the city shouldn't be in the golf course business anyway. As we find out, it is costing people. I don't think I should have to pay for a golf course whether I use it or not. I think of user's fee. And now, with the economy a little slow, we had some good economy, golf courses don't do as good. And then when I heard about these memos, that kind of shocked me, but I'm not going to go into that. I think it was very unprofessional, and like I said, I didn't get a chance to study that meeting. And I guess I don't feel so bad because I got a memo too from the same person. So, but I'm just letting you know how I feel about that golf course and how we should approach it. And I want to ask you, Mayor, do you think citizens should pay for a golf course?
Well, I'm on the spot now, aren't I?
Yes, I asked the last mayor when this one was built.
I do not necessarily believe that the residents on a whole should be on the string for a business venture enterprise. I think that it's important to look at other options that are out there and not to get into the specifics of some of the discussions that are ongoing right now, which if you continue to watch the golf course meetings, will come to light that we are looking at some possible changes to the structure that would make it potentially less of a responsibility of the citizens and less responsibility on the city itself.
Thank you for your answer. One more question and I'll get out. Do you firmly believe in the Springfield feasibility study and what they're saying and not saying?
The new one that's initially being put up.
Yes.
With regards to the second portion of the course?
Yes.
Very few specific details that I can draw a conclusion from have been brought to us at this point in time. The feasibility study is in its infantile stages. The meeting that you saw last week was specific. We asked them to specifically come in because we wanted an update. We wanted to kind of give them the impression that we wanted continuous updates and reminders as to where they were, and that I'm not necessarily certain that we necessarily knew if they were meeting or exceeding or not meeting our expectations as to where they were, and that was some of the reasons there.
Thank you.
We won't get the figures for that until I believe it's February 2nd work session. And until we have the figures in front of us, it's kind of hard to speculate as to...
Okay, thank you. I don't want to take up more time, but I did want to ask those questions, and I will be following it. That's one of the things I'll be watching. Right now, that seems to be on the top of my agenda. Thank you very
Mr. Jenke,
much.
just for the record, could you please state your name and your address?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We all know who
David
you
W.
are, but...
Right, David W. Jenke, 8428 Eastwood Road, Moundsville, Minnesota.
Thank you
I'm
very
sorry,
much.
I usually do.
That's okay. Questions, comments from?
I shouldn't do this again, but,
You probably shouldn't, but we'll let you.
okay. Well, I did visit Phil Seif in Cisco today. I had some business to do over there. And he did, and I apologize, he did ask me a question. When he donated that land back for wetlands, he said, ask why it isn't going to be kept wetlands again. He did ask that question. So think about it, you don't have to answer tonight, but he did ask the question.
Okay.
He donated that land back to the city for wetlands, and he's wondering about the wetlands.
We will inquire that. Any other comments? Seeing none, we will move on to item number 10, council business. Kathleen, would you begin by reading 10A for us?
10A is a public hearing and second reading of ordinance 676, approving the 2000 long-term financial plan. You have a resolution before you.
Item number A, is there any discussion? Open the public forum. Yes, we'll open our public forum on item A, adopting ordinance. Public hearing, apologize. There's 4. Public forum is now open. Hearing regarding adopting ordinance for the 2000 long-term financial plan. Is there any resident input regarding this issue?
David Jenke, 8428 Eastwood Road. I just want to make a comment. When on long-term financing, when you folks look at each department and see what they spend, it seems to me, as the ones that I have watched, you accept what they tell you. I would like to see them, each department, be asked, like they do in business, and you've been in business, where can we cut? Which I have never seen. Where can we cut? Here's what we need, but where can we cut? In business, let me tell you, in long-term finance, when each department puts in their budget, they say, where can we cut it? I don't see that asked. Thank you.
Mr.